Hey everyone, this is Rob,
Hey, Michelle.
and welcome to Bunebape, your weekly podcast and everything you need to know about old school RuneScape.
Meet Merp.
Mer. Alright, so this week up on the docket, we actually are not going to have a ton to talk about.
There is an update.
It is the game jam, though.
I didn't know it was the game jam until this morning. Robert told me. But
Yeah,
we still had a
so
blog post.
this is, for anyone that doesn't know, biannually, they have...
I think it's quarterly now, no?
I thought it was... Is it quarterly?
I think they changed it to quarterly.
Oh, well, damn. Anyways, there's multiple game jams every
Warm up.
year, and that's just where all of the devs get together and come up with wacky ideas that may or may not enter the game. And
Where are the dogs?
they take an entire week off from doing their regular updates. So that's one of these weeks. There's no update except for maintenance stuff for the most part.
But it's usually worth. That's how we got Varlamore. That's how we got Scurrius, the best content in the game.
Okay.
We still haven't gotten those dogs that they said we were going to get.
We didn't get those
I
dogs.
was
That's
just
for
talking
sure.
to Megan about this the other day.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that they said that was cool in the past that we haven't gotten, but some that we have, so I guess that's cool too.
And I'm like, do we hold out hope it's going to come back? I don't know.
Yeah, probably. Not.
Okay.
Anyways,
And then we have a Q&A.
I wasn't done going through
Oh,
everything.
I thought you were done.
That's kind of embarrassing.
It's fine.
But yeah, so we do have a small update this week, and we're going to go over what we've been up to, the small update, and then we do have a little bit of a Q&A at the end of this. It is going to be a shorter episode this week, so I guess be prepared for that.
Yes.
And of course, as always, if you want to participate in the Q&A, it is more than welcome. Feel free to ask us any questions, whether it's RuneScape related or other game related or real life related. Any are fine. You can go to any of our socials and ask us there, or go to our discord.gg/Bunebape, and we have a question section there, which is where we typically get our questions from. But of course, everywhere is valid.
Yeah.
But before we get into all that cool stuff, Michelle, how's it been this week?
It's been good. I was doing Sido's bingo. We did not
The way
win.
Okay, the way you said it was Sido. I don't know who
Sid
Sido is.
O's. I just say Sid, but I guess his name is Sid O. But I was doing Sid's bingo. My team did not win. I definitely thought we were in the lead, and I was in VC, and we were doing this Barbarian Assault challenge, and I was like, said something about not knowing what place we were in, and someone was like, "Oh well, we haven't lost yet." Well, kind of, and I was like, "Wait, what?" And I was like, "I haven't been looking," and that's how I found someone else had already blacked out the board.
Nice.
And last night they were like 3 people had blacked out the board. So I was like, okay, are we done? And one person was like, pretty much. And I was like, oh, okay, well, thanks, guys. And no one else said anything, so I just stopped doing it. But it was a really fun bingo. We got a lot of tiles done. I got 6 Barrows uniques, which was pretty cool because only have 120 Barrows KC now.
Yeah.
I don't have that much Barrows done. So getting collection log slots there is still very exciting for me.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty lucky. I've done a lot more than that, and I haven't gotten as lucky.
I've gotten a decent amount.
Yeah.
I did some Moons Apparel too, and I got unique there. Speaking of lucky, dude, Megan, my good friend Megan Eve, she streams sometimes, not too frequently, but she got so freaking spooned on her iron at Moons. She got an Eclipse helm as her first drop, and then she got the blood helm and the blood weapons, all within 11 KC.
Yeah, pretty good.
What?
I've still never gotten a drop from there.
How many KC are you?
I think I had 30 or something
So
on
it's
my Iron
16, right?
Man. Yeah.
Jesus. Megan stole your RNG.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I've never been
Messed up.
really lucky at Barrows or definitely not at the Moons.
What if you're spooned at raids? You go and get everything immediately.
We'll never know.
The RNG has to go somewhere. What?
Huh?
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Anyway, I was having a lot of fun at the bingo, and what else have I been up to? Last night we did some Huey, which was fun because Megan was learning it, but she was just using a dragon scimitar. So now it's oh cool, you got the good weapons, the dual maracas to use.
Yeah.
So that'll be nice. And yeah, I've just been vibing, having fun, not really doing anything in particular, but having fun doing all this random stuff. And I'm enjoying it. And real life.
No levels?
I don't think I got any levels.
Nice.
I feel I thought I got levels, but I didn't write anything down. I think I almost got thieving. No, I'm halfway to thieving.
Almost got thieving.
I got a new phone for the first time in 6 years. 5 years and 10 months, sorry.
Yeah, let's not exaggerate.
No, that's crazy. I got a iPhone 16 and I really like it.
Yeah, let me ask you a random question you're unprepared for. I know a lot of people returned their iPhone 16 because the artificial intelligence stuff that they teased as one of the main features for the iPhone 16 has still not come out yet.
Really?
Yeah, what do you think about that?
I didn't even know that existed.
All right.
I just want a new phone because I had the iPhone XR, and Robert can. Oh, do you just level up, GC?
Yeah, I did just level up.
Robert can attest for this that my phone would just randomly freeze sometime when I open up the camera for no reason. It
Yeah.
would just freeze when I did everything. So I'm just happy to have a phone that's not freezing. Like the first day, Robert's like, "You don't seem as excited as I thought," and I was like, "Yeah, it doesn't feel different." But then the next day, after actually using it, I was like, "This is fast.
Yeah.
Like I like it." I haven't really messed with the camera, but we're gonna go. I guess it doesn't matter. It's not gonna dox because we're already gonna have this out. We're gonna go to the aquarium tomorrow night, so I'm gonna try to get a bunch of pictures of cool fishies. That's also why, if this is shorter, we're only going to record over one day because tomorrow we're going to the aquarium at night.
Yeah, it's a
So,
Halloween thing.
yeah. I'm still on the Halloween spirit, and it's next week, so we need to get on that.
Yeah, it
If
is.
anyone's dressing up for Halloween, what are you dressing up as?
Yeah,
Reply on
let us know
Spotify.
what you're dressing up as and also any pictures if you're on Discord.
Join our Discord.
Yeah, or you can just tag us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to know. But, yeah, that's all that's been going on, and I'm just vibing.
Yeah.
And we both have Friday off, so that's cool.
I just thought that was funny because I like had heard that. Like, I knew, like the iPhone 15 was like kind of a bigger deal, but then the 16, there really wasn't anything new
Yeah.
besides the extra button, which I feel like they kind of just added because
I
there was
haven't
nothing
been
else.
utilizing it that much.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of
Well,
people feel like they added it just because it was something new.
I heard someone say, I think it was Wraith, was like, the 15, 16 aren't that different.
Yeah,
And then I was like, oh, should I even get a 16? He was like,
they're
well,
the same
anything.
price.
Well, no, he was like, anything would be an upgrade for you
Well,
because
yeah,
you have a really old phone. So,
yeah.
worth it for me if you're going from iPhone 15. I heard it's very marginally better. I think like the camera's better, but not like much.
Yeah, and the thing that they're doing a lot now is it even depends on like what like version you're getting because a lot of
Yeah, the
what
Pro and
happens is
stuff.
like
I just
a
got the
lot of
basic.
the pro stuff just goes to the regular version and that becomes the new like the 17 is just going to be the pro version
The 16
now.
Pro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're just gonna turn that into the regular. But yeah, a lot of people were like, "Oh, it can do all this." They've made the big thing AI, Apple
I kept
Intelligence.
seeing those signs. We gotta go to the Apple store to get it.
Yeah, so that the whole entire 16 was supposed to be the button and the Apple Intelligence. That's all there was that was actually new, and they still haven't shipped, the vast majority of the AI stuff. So I heard people are returning their. Well, I mean, I'm sure they're the people that already had 15s and they just bought the
These are
16.
like the crazy phone people who are really into it.
Yeah, probably because it's like you said, it's not a big upgrade. So I was
Yeah.
just wondering.
But I'm really happy with it.
Yeah,
And someday we'll get Robert a new phone too. Or someday we will unlock your old phone that is better than this.
I probably just won't ever upgrade.
You know what's funny? I was texting my coworker about it because he was like trying to get me to get a new phone. And I was mentioning how Robert has an old phone that we've had for 1 whole year now that we just have never figured out how to unlock it. He could have it, it'd be better quality, we just don't know how to unlock it. He was like, why don't you guys just unlock it? And I was like, because we both are like mentally unwell. We have undiagnosed ADHD. We just can't.
Oh, I just
We
don't
just
care.
can't.
I just don't actually care.
Yeah. I physically feel incapable of doing it. I
Yeah.
don't know why. It's
But
pretty simple, probably. Anyway, how are
that's it.
you?
Yeah. I have been okay. I've actually made progress in RuneScape, unlike someone.
Wait,
What
I
can
was
I
just gonna
say?
say, oh, cool, and then you're just like tearing me down.
I wasn't talking about you.
Who are we talking about?
The other person.
Ninja. Never even logs in.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I've been actually not grinding by any means, but I've been playing the account. It's like impossible to grind on a free to play account.
You've been grinding a little bit, just very slowly, because it's free to
Yeah,
play.
I was like, it's very different grinding. But anyways, it's like it's funny because for anyone that doesn't know, I've been playing this free to play
Oh yeah, updated
Iron
bro.
Man account, and I'm like trying to make money to get a bond on the account, and it's very slow, as you might imagine. And I've kind of like come to the realization that there's really only three ways to make money appear out of thin air
It's
on.
not ogre shamans.
No, one of those is. But
Oh, it is.
yeah, there's really not many ways to just appear gold out of like thin air because like a lot of like people are like, oh, you can do all these things, like you can make money selling food or cooking food. It's like all these things require the GE.
Yeah. Much
For
harder for an iron.
an Iron Man to make money, the money has to like legitimately just appear out of nothing.
Yeah.
Whether that's high alking, selling to a store, those are really it. There's not a
The
third one.
end.
Or I mean, I guess obviously picking it up off the ground, which just
Hmm.
doesn't happen. Um,
He's like,
if you
he's
see me,
clicking his shooting stars.
yeah, if you see me look over, I'm doing shooting stars
He
right
says he's not grinding, but he brought his phone over here, which I consider grinding.
now. Maybe, but yeah. So it's like because of that realization, I only have like 3 free to play options to make money going forward, like a considerable amount of money, which bonds are expensive, like 12 mil.
Yeah.
So it's like I have to one kill ogre shamans or lesser demons or something that drops like actual stuff. I don't even know if lesser demons do,
I don't know.
but like kill mobs and then get their items to high alch them, or make items for crafting, which I then high alch for profit, or lastly make like high level smithing items and then high alch those.
Dude, he's gonna get 99 smithing on a free to play. On
Yeah, I mean,
accident.
probably. So yeah, I've kind of resigned myself to that. Like, it
Sorry.
was funny because playing a free to play helped me realize how like I already had a pretty firm stance that like there wasn't enough free to play stuff
Yeah.
even as a member. But now playing free to play, I really think that there's not enough stuff.
Oh, you know what shocked me? They'll share with everyone. Is you can do shooting stars, but you can't spin the stardust.
Yeah, I thought that was really dumb.
Because that's what we were talking about him making money about, like crafting stuff, like with
Yeah.
the gems.
So not only are you limited on where you can go for the stars,
Yeah.
which is understandable, but also arbitrarily, it's half as much XP.
Yeah, it's less XP.
Like every 4 ticks or whatever, let's say you're successful on your 4th tick, it would be 32 XP on a members world. It's 16 on a free to play world for
So
no
actually,
reason.
that means your levels that you're getting are extra special.
They take twice as long.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
extra grinding. What level are you? You just got one.
56.
Okay, see, like that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I guess so, but the thing is I need 90.
That's pretty cool.
I think. Let me double check what is
To get
rune?
rune,
Yeah, what's rune
I
at?
feel like rune's 90. That's gonna be my guess.
I
No,
would guess
85.
I would guess the same. 85. Yeah,
Oh
85 for
wow,
runite
really?
ore, but
Nice.
I feel like
You're like free to play is 99.
the thing is I think for smithing you have to be 90 in order to actually use
I
it.
know you have to be very high level to actually use it for smithing.
Oh no, 85. Okay.
What weapon is that?
Rune dagger.
Okay, you're gonna make 4K each.
86 for the rune axe.
That's
Huge.
more money already.
And then to get the first actual item that high alchs for like a decent amount is a rune sim, and which is 90.
The axe is like 15K or something.
The axe is not 15k. Which axe?
Rune axe? Question mark?
No, dude. It's like 3k.
No way. I'm
Yeah.
looking this up. I think that's adamant axe.
Rune axe. I
I
don't.
thought
I
it was
don't
like
think it's 15.
15.
No way, it's not 15.
7.2.
Yeah. Look at that, dude.
That's bizarre. Anyway,
It's not much.
your account.
But anyways, so
You still enjoying it?
I mean, it's just the whole thing is it's just mining.
Yeah.
So that's kind
But
of
are
what
you
I've been
enjoying
doing
the
a lot.
theory crafting still?
It's okay. I mean, again, I'm just glad I'm not paying for it, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's okay so far. I've just been like mining a lot, and I did like have like a little mission over the weekend because a lot of the shooting stars land in like 500 total worlds,
Mm-hmm.
which I couldn't get to. So I made sure to level all my stuff this weekend, and I
Cheesy.
actually got 500 total this morning. So
Cool.
that's pretty cool. I can go to those worlds. The only worlds out of my reach are the 750 worlds, which I feel like I would legitimately have to like have 70 plus in all my skills to get to, which
You'll have to
just
basically be maxed.
that's just not gonna happen. So
Yet.
500 is a good milestone for now.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah, mining is by far my highest skill, 56. It's not even close. Everything else is not even 50.
Oh, wow.
Most things aren't even 40. So that's cool. I need to get up my
Smithing.
not even my smithing really. I just need to get up my magic for
That's
high
not
alchemy.
related. Oh, it is related.
Yeah. And also, I need to find a way to reliably get nature
Nature
runes and stuff
runes?
like that. So
Obor?
I have
Hill
like
giants.
I have like 3. I got a giant key this morning.
Ooh, you're gonna wait
Yeah.
probably to go, I imagine.
No, I'm definitely gonna wait.
When have
But
you got the hill club? The club thing.
The
Hill Giant
the
Club.
giant club.
The Giant Club.
I don't know what it's called, but yeah, I wouldn't use it probably.
New melee weapon.
Like I don't even know if I could equip it.
They probably just like don't allow that in free to play.
Yeah, probably not. They don't offer anything cool in free to play. Also,
True.
something else that I was really annoyed about, and this actually rolls into like one of the like
Okay, you
top.
had community updates.
This is one of the top posts from the community that I saw today that I
You
thought
didn't
was
know
interesting.
this.
So, I thought that you can use skill capes in free to play worlds because I'm like, oh,
It's a cape.
you can get the fire cape, for example, the fire making cape in free to play. Like
I thought you couldn't get it.
you couldn't, but the tutor's there.
Oh, okay.
Or I don't know if the tutor is there, but where the
He-
tutor would be, you have access
It's in
to.
free to play, but you can't actually buy it.
Yeah. So the thing is, I looked it up, and apparently all of the max capes are members only, which
Because they have such good benefits.
boggles my mind how that's makes any sense. Like you got the free to play skill $2.99. Why is it not available? That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
And it's in the free to play area.
He thought that they were available, and I was like, I don't know why, but I know that they're not. Because I remember I looked it up before.
Yeah, it's like marginally better defenses. I mean, much better.
Because it'd be your best cape and slot.
It would
I
be
guess.
it would be the best, straight up,
Yeah.
because like the prayer bonus is by far the best. It's not even
Which, I mean,
close.
I don't think that's a bad benefit for free to play because they have to grind way more to get all these capes.
Yeah, it's like if you get a 99 hit point cape in free to play, it's like
That's crazy.
I don't know where you even get it from. You might not be able to get that, but like you should be able to get the ones that are available.
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't make any sense to me. And then it's funny because this post reminded me of that, and it was a post saying, "Does anyone else think the boost option for skill capes are useless?"
Yes, they were saying that you should be able to just automatically get it when you equip it. But for me, maybe it's because I just used it in like farming. I'm like, why do I even need this boost?
Yeah.
It probably gets you more herbs. But
No.
I was pet grinding, so I'm like, I don't care about this farming boost. I'd never use it.
That's the thing is this person doesn't know, you don't know, and I don't think most people know. Any visible boosts above 99 do not affect your skill.
What's the point?
It's just to say you have 100.
Oh, it's just to look cool?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's literally it.
That's kind of lame.
Yeah, anything above 99 doesn't help. Some people say that the invisible bonuses above 99 help, but I mean, I don't
Well, I know like
I don't know.
pots and stuff help.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah, that's different.
I don't know.
That's like boosted stats.
I never use the boosted stuff from the capes. I never have. I used to use it for farming, and I was like, what's the point? I'm already 99.
Yeah.
That was my logic.
I mean, there is no point. So
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking. I was thinking max capes are kind of
Outdated.
no, the thing is it's kind of dumb because I feel like they've unnecessarily made them lame
Yeah.
in like weird ways. Like you could easily just have them be available in free to play and it would like be like, "Oh, this is the best in slot. Just
That'd be
get a max
crazy.
cape." It's like I mean, it's not like you don't have something to work towards. It's the same as like how it is now, except it would just be a max cape. Like I really don't understand why
Yeah.
why it's not allowed.
Especially because a lot of, I mean, the free to play ones, all of their tutors are in free to play areas.
Yeah, and it's like you don't even have to give the boost or whatever like comes with the cape. It could just be a
Like
like
cape with an emote.
yeah, it could be a cape. Just like I mean, it could like give you the armor benefits or whatever still, or even
That's
like
what they don't want to give you, though.
a dumbed down version of it,
Yeah.
whatever. I mean, if it only gave the boost or whatever bonus the cape gave, that would be fine too, and not the armor, because I mean, most of them suck anyways. Yeah, I just don't get it.
I think it's weird. I think it's weird that you can't have capes in free to play, and like, all those skills are way harder on free to play.
Yeah.
There should be some reward for that.
Even outside of free to play, I always thought that skill capes are. I think it's weird that for so long, and everyone knows this, that almost all of the skill capes suck.
Yeah.
Like there's
Except for like the crafting and construction.
there's literally like 5 of them that are like
I use the magic cape.
any good at all.
Just switch my spell book.
The magic cape,
Hit points.
the hit point cape, the crafting cape, construction cape.
The end.
I mean, maybe the
The
thieving.
hunter cape actually has some like handy teleports.
Yeah, maybe the hunter cape, and I know thieving is probably good for something. Maybe the
I have
cooking
no
one
idea.
because it gives you no burning. There's stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's like super niche.
You're like, can't wait till I get my smithing cape.
Yeah, you'll never use like the agility cape. You'll probably never use the farming cape really. Um,
Yeah, a lot of the capes are very uneven with their rewards.
yeah, it's kind of weird. Like I just don't know why they don't fix this.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like you spend all this time on these skills, and I've always thought it was kind of lame that like most of them just suck.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
Yeah, like I mean, 99 rune crafting should just be like, oh, your cape works as your pouch, like so you can save a
That'd be really
single
cool.
slot.
Yeah.
Like it's not even the bare minimum like that. But I wonder if let us know what you think because I mean I've said this before. I don't know if other people think that the max capes suck.
They do. Let us know what cool ideas you have because I kind of like the room pouch idea from a cape thing. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, like it kind of just seems like unless you have the max cape, like the max cape, your cape just sucks.
Yeah, I do want the house one though.
Obviously, unless you're like wearing an Inferno cape or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought that was interesting because that was a post from today.
Is this a joke?
Yo, this next post
It's
got
a
me.
joke.
This next post got me and a lot of other people. It was actually one of the most upvoted posts of the day
Yeah.
on all of Reddit, and it has over 10,000 upvotes still. And the title says after 20 years, Ash has announced that he's leaving Jagex at the end of the month to pursue a new role in the industry.
It's a lie.
And it's always this dude.
What is this?
This dude always makes these posts, and he'll name himself.
Ash has just.
He'll name himself 20 years, and he's saying I'm leaving Jagex, and then another character is named Ash has just. So technically, reading out after 20 years,
Oh.
and then the whole
Stupid.
thing. So it's like it's like a meme post with two players named 20 years, and Ash has just left having a conversation.
That is so dumb. You little sneak.
Yeah, honestly, it got me. It got a lot of other people. And
You don't joke about Ash leaving. Don't do that to me. My first sounds like, is this for real?
Yeah, a lot of people thought it was real because I mean, Ash has been with the company for a long time, so it's not like unrealistic that this would
I
happen.
feel like he must hopefully be getting paid enough to stay.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, he's probably comfortable at this point, but
Yeah.
who knows? And then lastly, I thought this was funny because of stuff that like I've been telling you about, and especially in free to play, I feel like literally every other player is a bot in free to play at least.
Yeah.
And you know, every fifth person has like a really weird name. Every bot has a weird name too, but every like fifth actual player has like a weird name. And it was funny because I was telling you about some of these people with crazy names. Like they would have like the word Nazi in their name. Or like
Yeah, he told me one, and I just go and report them with him.
yeah, it's like or like someone have the name like Death to insert any category of
Ugh.
minority. And
I don't know how, like, they just never get reported before. Does no one notice?
I
Like,
don't
how
know.
does it even get to where we see that? Or you in a 500 world even see that?
yeah,
Like,
so
what?
I'm just like it's funny, it's 2024 and they don't have the most like basic version of like name filtering because I mean this isn't the first time we've seen this for years where people have like heinous
Yeah.
names, like stuff that would like not even be allowed, literally not even be allowed in any other game, like it would just automatically get blocked from being made.
Yeah.
I don't know why this is still happening, but this reminded me because this was a post about in C Engineer's video.
Mhm.
He ends up PKing someone, and that person says that they're essentially going to do things to them in real life. The PK.
Oh, he's gonna threaten to one hit him at RuneFest.
Yeah, which is like a real life threat. And
Don't threaten to kill people.
it's just so funny. They're
Like,
asking.
what?
The name of the post is "Should Jagex have a zero tolerance policy?"
Or they should. They're not even asking.
Yeah, should. Yeah, they should. And it's funny because I mean they definitely don't, right?
No. Do you remember my peeking incident?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I'll say the background for some people that don't, because people in this game can be a little toxic. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's the worst. Even though I play the game still, it is by far the worst community ever. Still,
Yeah, I have a lot of good friends in it, but the random people, no. I was in the wilderness one time and someone was PKing me, and you know it's hard not to make little snide comments. You want to make snide comments, you know you're gonna die, but I've learned not to because I was like,
just don't ever type.
which sucks because you can't even like say anything or
Yeah.
you'll get harassed.
Just turn off your chat.
It's so annoying. But I like typed in the game and was like, oh, I'm gonna eat the rest of my food, lol. That's all I said. Some version of that. And I just like ate my food and they killed me. And then someone came into my chat and like I was live and they said my full name. And this is whenever I was an early streamer, so I just assumed it was someone I knew in real life. I was just like, oh, like who is this? And they kept saying my name and I was like, what? And they were trying to get me to go in VC. And I was like, no, I don't want to go to VC. Like, I don't know who this is. And then whenever I wouldn't do that, they went onto our Discord and were tagging everyone with a racist picture and saying my name, like spamming that over and over again. And it turns out that the person that PK'd me, they didn't like that I made a comment while I was dying, so they went and paid this girl to go and harass me and say my full name and tag all this. The plan was to get me on VC so this girl could say the N-word and try to get my stream banned.
Classic,
apparently.
dude.
And like, how insane is that? That's so weird. All I said was I'm gonna eat my food. I didn't even say anything mean.
Dude,
like,
you shouldn't have said that, dude.
It's so hard because God, you really want to say something. But now I'll just say it on stream and hope that they don't come up and notice me. But that's also why, because some people complain about our settings on Discord. That's why you can't post more than 4 pictures every 5 minutes.
True.
Because of that girl.
Yeah. I guess that kind of like comes like full circle. Like, I don't know why it is so difficult. I mean, obviously there's the whole bot thing. You know, people think like Jagex isn't doing anything about bots, which sure, I mean, they probably are. But also this stuff is like so...
Well, what does this have to do with bots, though? Because that was probably a real person.
No, I was saying, like, this is something they can actually do.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this is something they can actually moderate.
Yeah.
Like, other games do it very successfully. So, I don't know, like, where the disconnect is for Jagex.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, you can type heinous stuff in the game. Name your character crazy, crazy things. And I just don't know why that's still allowed.
I agree.
Like, not why it's not getting banned, but like why it is even
physically possible.
Why you're even capable of allowing this to happen.
Yeah, I remember once being at Wintershot. This was years ago, to be fair. Someone just like typed the N-word, and everyone started like spam reporting them, so their account like got erased. But I'm like, why is it physically possible to click enter on that message?
Yeah.
Should it not just stop you and be like, you can't type that? Like, what?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It is so weird. Like, even more so, it's funny because in like this reminds me in Overwatch, which is like a Blizzard game, right? So whenever you try to type something in Overwatch and the game detects it as being like toxic or like against TOS, it'll replace it with like, I'm not having a lot of fun in this game.
That is so funny.
Or it'll replace it with like just like something silly like
Dude,
that.
they should do that. That'd be funny.
Yeah.
What's annoying is like the effort that they put in whenever you type a link to start stuff out.
Oh.
Like, if I just want to like say a link for anything, then you have to put so much effort in. But then people can just like find creative ways to say literal slurs and get away with it.
Yeah. It's funny.
Take that energy and put it into other areas too.
The thing is, it's really funny because the only other time I've seen games with this like lackadaisical like approach to moderating their own game is in extremely Eastern games, like straight up Chinese games. Not that far east, but straight up like Chinese games where like they just don't know to moderate these things, and like localization is like a really big part of those games. So like those are the only games where I could name myself stuff like that. But like even then, like the main things were still banned.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't they don't even speak the same language and they're still like a leg up on Jagex.
Yeah.
So
it's just weird because like I like tell my little brother like trying to get him to play, but at the same time I'm like, but don't turn on your public chat, please.
Yeah.
Because there's horrible people.
Yeah, even to this day, it's been like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, and I still only leave on my game chat.
I have my public chat on so I can report people.
No, yeah.
Sometimes I'll make friends. I'll make friends and then we'll add each other because we're like skilling and we're like, oh, let's add each other, and then we never speak again. And then I just delete them off my friends 6 months later because I'm like, I don't know who this is.
Yeah. You know what's funny is for the longest time, I mean, it doesn't matter now, but for the longest time, I didn't like chatting because then people had a way to report me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because for anyone that doesn't
Well, now
know,
you should know if you get reported, nothing really happens.
no, you can definitely get mass reported.
Oh, true.
Yeah, but like for anyone that doesn't know, before like not even that long ago, like 2 years ago, you couldn't right click report someone.
That was
They
insane.
literally had to type first.
So if someone's name was like the Nazi person you saw the other day, you'd have to go
Yeah,
and manually type their name
I'd have
into
to
the
like go.
report.
Yeah, I'd have to like go and
You're
find
like, go
them.
type it on the side because you also can't copy and paste.
Yeah, so like if they had like special
That's so
characters in their
weird.
name, you could just like never report them.
It's so weird. I'm glad they
So
changed that.
yeah, it was so bizarre. So I would literally never type because I didn't want to get reported.
Hmm.
So
You're not afraid of it anymore, much anymore.
well, now you can just get right clicked.
Yeah. And
So
now also it's like, I feel like there's always drama with people's accounts getting falsely banned that hopefully someone would look into it.
yeah, I don't know.
Maybe.
Either way, hopefully it sucks because it's like a double-edged sword. Hopefully the right click report thing actually works because I report people for botting all the time,
Yeah.
like multiple times a day. But also yeah, you can get mass reported and just straight up banned.
I
So
feel like that doesn't happen often.
yeah,
You'd be surprised because you'd think all these big creators would get mass reported. People follow bot, people view bot. I'm sure that they try. I feel like there must be something where if it's like mass like that, they could like locate the IP address or something to prevent it more.
I don't know. I think it just ends up not happening to certain people over time because like people think like well, I mean, this is like a thing in WoW too,
Mm-hmm.
where like people are like, oh, the devs said like there's no auto mod. Anyone that gets banned by a real person, and everyone's like, all right, you guys are full of it. Like that's obviously not
I
true.
don't
And
believe it.
every time that comes up, someone's like, watch, check this out, and someone just is like, yo, mass report this person, and they get immediately banned.
Whoa.
So like I am sure the same exact thing still happens in RuneScape. It just happens like it like kind of I feel like just happens either extremely targeted or like it like doesn't happen for a while and then happens again eventually.
I'm surprised that that hasn't happened to anyone I know then. But I feel like people in RuneScape are more so doxing you
Yeah.
if they're mad at you.
And also the thing is like in I don't know, I don't think you could do this in RuneScape. Like you can't just like report someone from anywhere.
Oh, yeah,
Like
you can. There's
can
a
you?
yeah, there's a button that you could go and choose a username and type it. You can report them from anywhere. Because that's how I reported that
Really?
person the other day when he told me their username. I went and reported them too.
Huh.
Yeah, so there's
I wonder
the
maybe it's
report
because it
abuse,
wasn't always like that
and you
though.
can type it. No, I think you always have been able to. But it's annoying because you have
Hmm.
to type their name. You can't click it.
Yeah, maybe that's
So
why.
that's why I was asking you to spell their name for me the other day.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it doesn't happen as much. Because yeah, you can definitely
That's why
do
I think
that.
there must be some like weird thing implemented. I
Uh,
doubt it like is foolproof.
I don't
Please
know.
don't mass ban me to find
Yeah,
out.
let us know if you can get just straight up mass banned.
Not by testing it on us though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Please.
I wonder if that works because it still works in like WoW. It's worked forever, and people think it goes away.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like maybe that's the case here, where eventually just people don't use it
Well,
as much.
let's pretend it's not a thing. I don't want to get
Okay.
mass banned. Also, I've been thinking about changing my RuneScape name.
Yeah,
That's pretty exciting stuff.
maybe that's why. Maybe yeah, maybe that has something to do with it. It's because you can change your name so easily.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you remember that time? One time I was done with TOA and someone went over to dating and was like, "Can
Yeah.
I hold your T-bow or something?" And they changed their name to be the same as mine with like some extra characters.
Yeah.
And I was like, I would never ask to hold it. Sorry, there's a video of a cat watching RuneScape. Dude, I want a cat to just sit in front of my screen watching me do CG. That's the cutest thing ever. Also, shout out Molly Music. She just got a kitten, and it's the cutest little kitten in the world.
Yeah, he's a little guy.
And I need her to visit me and bring her pets. Someone tell her.
Yeah.
Anyway, did you have more community ones or the update?
No, that's pretty much it. We can move on to the update stuff.
We had way more than I thought.
Yeah, I mean, I figured we'd talk about something because there's really not much in this update.
Yeah. So, starting out with Halloween 2024 changes. You still need to go and do this.
Yeah, maybe.
I'll do it for you because I just want you to see what it looks like after.
It
So,
just looks like a cat.
there's more to the story.
It shows her right here.
There's
It's just
more
a cat.
to the story. We settled into spooky seasons last week with Marika and her pumpkin problem. Your scarecrow shirts and customized pumpkin heads have been the talk of all of Gilnor because of that Gluck Gluck. 9,000.
Okay.
Dude, someone commented on YouTube and was like, I thought one of the pumpkins looked experienced. And I was like, oh my god.
Experienced in many ways.
We've had some reports of some creepy crawly bugs that needed squashing. First, some players are reporting that Marika didn't believe them when they said they heard the cat, even when they had. To help convince her, we've added a third chat option, which lets you promise you heard the cat, if you have, in fact, heard it. Moved a pumpkin decoration in Draenor, so it's once again possible to go cut the oak tree by the bank without having to walk all the way around. Remember, if you have not yet, go to Draenor Village to go and do this little event. It's very cute. You get some cool rewards. It's like a nice little story. Should I just tell you the story, or you won't do it?
I mean, sure. I've been to Draenor a bunch of times, and it doesn't look like there's anything going on there.
What? They've decorated all of Draenor.
I mean, I see the decorations, but they're like I don't see.
Oh, it's in the field next to the South Faldor farm, where the cabbages are normally.
Okay, that's not part of Draenor Village.
Yeah, it's like the farm. I don't know.
Yeah.
But basically, she has a loved one who just died, and they really like cats, so then a memoriam for them, whatever. She like went and planted a bunch of pumpkins to look like a giant cat, and then whenever the quest ends, she's like, "Do you hear that?" And it's a cat meowing, and it's a little ghost cat comes up, and it does like fancy tricks, and she's like, "Oh my god, it's my person! Like we agreed that we were gonna try and do little signs if they came back after." So it was just like, it was cute. Her loved one came back as a little ghost cat.
Her loved one was a cat.
No, they were a person, but they loved cats. If I came back, I would come back as a kitten, and I'd meow at you.
No, I think they were just a cat.
I'd be an old cat. I'd be like, "Rah."
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool though.
It's cute.
Thanks for ruining it for everyone.
Oh my god.
But yeah,
Sorry.
so that's it. Those were just a few bug fixes, and speaking of which, we have some stuff for Varlamore. Really nothing, just bug fixes. So as always, we keep monitoring the feedback, which has led to these two fixes. So using the refiner at the Mastering Mixology minigame whilst wearing the ferocious gloves will no longer make your gloves get stuck in the machine, causing your hands to stretch.
I wish I would have seen that.
And also, we've clarified the criteria for the perfect Huey combat achievement. And this tells you exactly what you need to do. It says, get the perfect kill. You must not take any avoidable damage from Huey's lightning attack, tail slam, or off-prayer
Oh,
projectile.
you did it 5 times.
5 times,
Ugh.
without leaving.
I was trying to do it last night, and I didn't even get 1. I didn't know it was 5. That would have been upsetting.
Yep.
Good thing I didn't get any.
And that's it for Varlamore stuff.
Next on, this one's kind of random. So Ironman status changes.
Yeah, I don't like this.
Previously, some Ironmen chose to lock their Ironman status permanently, worrying that a hijacker might downgrade behind their back. However, over the years, we've seen an increasing number of Ironmen regret this decision. Additionally, we now have Jagex accounts, bringing updated security options to keep hijackers out of the account in the first place. Therefore, as of today's update, the old permanent option is no longer available. If you previously locked your Ironman status permanently and now wish to downgrade, you can do so, provided you have the security of a Jagex account to protect your status. Ironmen who are still concerned about hijacker downgrading them may choose a downgrade cooldown delay of 90 days. Player whose Ironman status is due to downgrade will receive warnings and login, giving them ample chance to visit the Ironman tutor in Lumbridge and cancel the change if they don't want it to proceed.
This is dumb.
Tell us your thoughts, Rover. My controversial little mouse man.
As an owner of 3 Iron Man accounts, I don't know why I would ever, if having this enabled, unenable it involuntarily.
It's supposed to be in case you're hacked.
No, I know. I entirely understand the point of it. I'm saying, though, like, everyone understands what the word permanent means.
Oh, it's just you think that people are too wishy-washy with their agreeing to it.
Yeah, I'm like, we all know what we're signing up for.
A lot of people don't, because then they quit. I think someone in the chat just de-ironed the other week.
That's fine. They can make a new account.
Damn.
The thing is, like, it says it's permanent.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why they're removing this, because this is a strictly opt-in thing.
Mm-hmm. It's
like,
an opt-in issue.
The thing is, like, this would be the same as being all like, yo, I heard some of you guys don't really like Barrows, so we're removing it.
Okay,
like, what?
I don't know if that's a fair comparison, but
it
okay.
is, because it's an entirely optional thing.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to do it. No one says you have
The
to do
thing
it.
is-
It's not necessary for your account either, and it doesn't impose anything on any other players.
It's just people who regretted it are maybe just not playing that account when they wish that they could. So it's not... I don't know how to explain what I mean, but it's all like retroactive, basically, like appeasing people from the past. I don't know how to say what I mean.
I know what you mean, and
Yeah.
I know, and you're just reiterating their point, which is very clear. But I'm saying this doesn't make any sense because not only does this not affect other players, this directly affects me.
So you think it should still be an option to keep it permanent?
Yeah, because all the people that weren't idiots and actually knew what the word permanent meant now have to actually suffer other people that are incompetence
What
actions.
I think could be a good thing is if they undid everyone's permanence, and then now they had it, but they were like, okay, like we let go of it, now it's actually permanent. Like this is their saving grace.
I the thing is I just don't understand why this needs to be done at all. Any
Yeah,
of this. Because
you agreed to it.
it's permanent. You can opt not to do the permanent thing. Again, you have to be like 1500 total level to even do this. So clearly you've played the game.
Robert's saying just try harder to be an iron.
I mean, the thing is, you don't have to do this. You can be a 2277 Iron Man and not have ever done this.
Yeah,
And then just de-iron if you want to. And no one would care.
yeah.
The thing is, there could be another player that is also, 1900, 2000 max that did this on purpose and now they can't do this
Yeah.
for no reason.
It's kind of like one person messes up and the whole class gets punished.
It's literally that.
Yeah.
There is no.
I see that.
The thing is, it's not like, oh, this takes extra server capacity for us to remember the word permanently on your Iron Man account. Like, you're not gonna get by me on that bullshit. Like, there is no way that this is imposing any possible extra taxes on to Jagex's system for them to have to remove this. This is strictly a ploy to get people to move to Jagex accounts. And this is
True.
are incredibly annoying
Yeah.
because
Okay, I see your points now.
there is no it doesn't affect anyone else other than the people that already had it implemented on their account that didn't want it removed.
Probably not much people.
Yeah, and it's not rare for people to take a year break, so this 90-day cooldown thing is meaningless.
I was thinking the 90 days also nothing if you got hacked and you can't get your account back.
Exactly.
Because there's not customer support.
Yeah, like you, and also
That's 90 days of stressing, worrying if you're gonna be able to log back in.
yeah, you can take 6-month breaks, year-long breaks.
You
and
take several month breaks. You
that
don't
would-
even know.
That wouldn't be weird at all. So that doesn't help in the slightest.
Did you see anyone else's opinions on this?
I saw someone kind of saying, like oh, for like anyone that doesn't know what the word permanent means, like now you can, obviously do whatever you want.
I was wondering because if there's enough backlash, I feel like that's one of the things that they would change again.
I think it's unnecessary.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
It's kind of random.
Yeah, it's like no one asked for this.
Well, I guess
mean,
some people did.
The people that are emailing about it, which you could easily just be like,
You said permanent.
I would just honestly, if someone emailed about this, I would just, as a support player, just, auto click the button that auto fills the definition of permanent, and then send it to the player.
Yeah.
And it's like, what are they gonna do? Not play? Who cares? They're gonna play. They're gonna make an iron if they really want, or they're gonna make a.
And then
a
they'll
main.
make the same mistake and go make an iron.
Yeah,
permanent.
it's like they'll make a main. It's like, who cares?
Anyway, next up.
Arclight changes. Yeah, this is random. So, after the addition of WoW Gothic Sleeps, Arclight gained a new feature which allowed players to infuse spent charges to count towards the 10,000 required to upgrade to Emberlight. However, when Arclight depletes to 0, it automatically downgrades to Darklight, which meant your infusion progress was lost. Yeah, this is true.
I didn't know that.
If this is about that is so old that I am surprised it's not fixed. Following your feedback, running out of charges will now create an inactive version of the Arclight. Wow.
Imagine if you have like 9,000 charges. It's inactive.
This was complained about heavily whenever this first happened.
Yeah, Gothic Sleeps came out like 2 months ago now. Or 3?
It's been a long time
been
at this point. So like I saw people in the first week, they're like, I had 4,000 charges. I mean, I use them all,
Yeah, they probably used it on the new Tormented Demons.
and now not only am I out 4,000, I have to re-get my arc light.
Oh, that's
And then I have to
brutal.
recharge it with, instead of 10,000, 14,000 technically, to get back up to where I wanted to be.
God.
So it's like so stupid that this took so long to change. But anyways, they are now changing it so that hopefully, if you make this mistake, it'll just get changed to a infused version of it,
Mm-hmm.
which inactive version, whatever you want to call it, which essentially is the same stats as the Dark Light and maintains your infusion progress.
Cool. They also made some additional little improvements. Players can now use 1 or 2 shards at a time to charge Arclight. So 333 charges for 1 shard, 666 for 2, the number of the beast, and 1,000 for 3.
That's one free extra charge.
Huge. You'll still require 3 shards to upgrade Darklight. A warning message will appear in chat when Arclight has 100 charges remaining, and they reposition Arclight's inventory icon to avoid parts being chopped off.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it should have always been. Oh man,
I forgot about this.
This is a nightmare. So we have run energy changes.
This is a nightmare.
For anyone that doesn't know, they've been talking about changing run
forgot
energy
about
for
this.
years. But this actually could be good if they actually are doing something about it. So they said our second run energy changes beta launches tomorrow. So that's October 24th. It would have already started by the time you're hearing this. So you can go to the beta worlds and try out the run energy changes.
There will be a dedicated blog, but we're not going to until next week because we're not recording tomorrow.
Yeah. They say that this is your opportunity to test out the changes that will impact all gameplay experiences, no matter what you do. For anyone that I just
I don't remember it completely.
By
so I'm
saying
not
this out loud, I just jogged my memory about what this is and how incredibly
weird, right?
awful it was.
But the good thing about us not recording tomorrow is that we don't have to read about how bad it is, and we could read all the feedback and see if there's any changes to make it better.
True. For anyone that doesn't remember, like most people until
they're doing the second beta for a reason.
Like Michelle didn't remember. I just remembered, literally in the sentence.
Yeah.
This was whenever, like, the heavier you were, the more run energy it took for you to run places.
It was just weird.
So much so that, like, it was an overall nerf for like 90% of players, and also they made it so that their goal was to make it so that Graceful wasn't good, but in this change, Graceful was still going to be used the same way it is now.
It's just weird. I hope that it's changed quite a bit from last time.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, they can really only go up because, as far as I recall, every change they made was not good. Except for...
So, you know what? I'm a little optimistic.
Except for if you were like 99.
I do remember them making it more complicated and then being like, okay, we'll make it less complicated. Because people were annoyed.
The extra annoying thing is, like, they made it so even if you were 99 and had a full raid inventory, you were slower than if you were level 1.
Yeah, I just still think if you're 99, you should either never run out or have, like, a lot more.
Yeah.
Give incentive.
That'll be interesting to see where they're at with that.
I'm excited for next week to complain.
Like I said, I genuinely think they can kind of only really go up, assuming they were looking at the actual feedback, because it wasn't good.
Yeah.
But something that might be good.
The Game Jam 6. It is quarterly, so as we've stepped into the final quarter of the year, it's time for another Jam Gam.
Jam Gam, guys.
The way I close my... If I close my eyes, I don't see that mistake. Game Jams are internal events that run twice a year.
Oh, that's
Why would
crazy.
they just say quarterly and then hit me with a run twice a year? Anyway. Wow, they've been doing this for a long time then, 3 years?
Yeah, that's what I was
I
like.
only thought it'd been like 2 years.
Like,
That's why I was convinced.
I don't think it's quarterly.
Wow.
The thing is, it does happen twice a year, and because of the way they stagger it, it kind of seems like 4 times. But no, yeah, it's twice a year.
That's weird. Anyway, providing us with a fantastic opportunity to come together as a team and pursue passion projects outside the normal roadmap. Previous Game Jams have introduced projects that eventually became Scurrious, Perilous Moons, the Wilderness Updates, Project Rebalance, and more. With our 6th Game Jam in swing, the team will be diving into their passion projects from October 21st to November 1st. So no update next week either. Oh, I should really find a guest for next week.
Maybe.
Or we'll just have a lower episode. I don't know. JMods will be using the hashtag OSRS Game Jam hashtag on X to share what they've been cooking. So if you want to see what we're up to, just make sure to go check out the hashtag there.
They didn't put X, the website formerly known as Twitter, so I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, X is cheesy. Also, we made a Blue Sky account. So far, I'm just posting the same stuff. The username's Bunebape.
I was just taking the piss because websites are always like X, formerly Twitter.
Yeah, because no one wants to say X. It sounds like weird.
Yeah.
Likewise, there will also be dedicated Game Jam 6 channel on our Discord. Well, you'll be able to see some ideas on there too.
Yeah, they're pushing a lot of stuff on their Discord. I mean, obviously.
They really want you to join it, speaking of.
They really always have been, but, you know, there's
Extra
just
lately.
always a ton of stuff going on over there, so maybe check it out if you're a Discord person. And speaking of which, there's going to be a JMod activity.
This sounds kind of cute.
This is going to be for anyone that likes playing the game with other players, so I'm not interested.
Shut up.
Anyways, though, if you want to play hide and seek, you can play JMod Prop Hunt. For anyone that doesn't know, essentially you can like spawn in this like specified world as like a tree, for example.
Or
It's
anything, right?
random. It's random. So
Oh, you don't get to choose?
no.
I want to do this. I didn't know that.
So you can spawn in as like a rock,
That makes it more
a
fun.
fence, a dog, or a tree, and then like you just have to blend in with the world. And if you don't blend in with the world, then you lose essentially.
I bet there's like people who go and take screenshots before. A bunch of lose boys.
Maybe.
Don't do that.
Anyways, though, it's gonna be like a fun community thing where JMods are gonna disguise themselves as props across Gilnor, and then it's up to you to find them.
Cool.
And there's gonna be channels for free-to-play clues and member clues channels under the events category.
You could do the free-to-play one.
And they're going to be dropping clues about where they are in those channels. So you can go to the right location and see the mod and what they've transformed into. Everyone's going to meet in Barak Square to kick off the event, and there is a discussion channel for this. It'll take place on Sunday, October 27th, so you still have time if you're listening to this whenever it first comes out. Available to free-to-play as well on World 500.
And that will be at 1900 BST.
Yes, so 1900 BST is going to be like 1 p.m. PST.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's right. I just said yeah.
Mine
is 8.
Oh.
So it'll be 11 a.m.
Yeah, 11 a.m. PST.
Math is our passion.
1100.
Math is my passion.
And more Discord
another
stuff.
one. JMods, draw your suggestions. Oh, that's cute. So Mod Blossom will be joined by Mod Jerv, who's actually a concept artist, and Mod Skylark, who's a character artist, to chat about art and OS while Mod Jerv live draws your suggestions. That's really fun. I wonder if there's anything that they'll drop and be like, okay, real, we like this. Mod Skylark can also mock up some of them in 3D to show off during the stages. Head to the Drawing Suggestions channel in the Discord to go and join in on this fun.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
That's very cool.
A little bit of a merch update. They have some new pins and stuff like that that are pretty cool. And then actually...
the regular changes.
Yeah, kind of a lot of random other changes. You know, the stuff they throw in at the end of every patch note.
It's always the best stuff.
Which is actually more than most of the other stuff combined. So we'll try to get through this kind of quick. There's just a lot of bullet points.
You want to begin?
Sure. They added a visual indicator to Tormented Demons, which shows when they enter their 100% accuracy phase, which is really, really nice. Before you just had to count the ticks.
Side note, if you're watching the video or on YouTube, my eye's like randomly hurting right now, so I'm blinking weird. And if I look like I'm crying, it's just because my eye hurts. Anyway, examining the murals in the 4 Pyramid Plunder lobbies reveals how many of each gold chest you've looted.
And the Araxite Slayer helm now correctly matches your character's skin tone.
The following weapons and armor from Varlamore have been added to the supplies chest on the PvP arena. That is the Blue Moon set, Blood Moon, Eclipse Moon, and the Eclipse Adlado Nadlao darts, as well as the dual maracas.
Yeah, pretty much all the Perilous Moon stuff. The Lumberjack boots are now correctly proportioned to your character.
You'll no longer find yourself in an unexpected location when using the passageways to exit the Rogue Den maze area.
Cool. They fixed a bug causing the Skull Scepter to forget its autocast setting whenever you switch to another weapon and back.
Clicking Vorax collection log link no longer sends players to the Whispers page.
They also fixed a bug causing players to teleport a few tiles when standing on the tile directly south of Miss Schism in Draenor Village.
Miss Schism? Is that supposed to sound like a pun?
I have no idea.
Does it not sound like it would
I mean,
be?
it sounds like it might be mysticism.
Oh, could be. Fix an issue with the Yanil South agility shortcut.
The Venator Ring can no longer be equipped without a Leviathan kill.
During the Colossal Hydra's special attack, the smaller Hydras are no longer able to attack you.
And while it didn't affect your ability to play the minigame, we have made sure that the Kraken's tentacle is facing the right way during fishing trawler.
The loot tracker no longer counts dropped bones twice.
The Amulet of the Dam's effects now work with the Aram set while manually casting as well as auto casting.
They also updated the set effect wording to reflect that change.
Okay.
I thought that was a different line. When you use 250 firelighters to unlock a new colorway for your Phoenix pet, you will now have permanent access to that color.
That's cool.
Huge. After unlocking once, you can then freely use the metamorphosize option on the pet to change it. I don't have this
Nice.
pet, so I didn't know you had to just keep doing it over and over.
I've never done it, even though I have it.
They should do that for Tangleroot. You use the seed, you should be able to just change it.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying that they should just have that option for a lot of
Anything with transmogs.
well, because the way you change your pumpkin head in the game, the color of it is there's like a panel that opens and there's just all the colors there and they show you what it looks like.
Yeah.
And people are saying they should just add that to like a lot of the metamorphosis stuff.
They should, yeah. So you get to see what they look like. Like whenever I got Tangleroot, I went and bought every seed to test them out.
Yeah.
But I don't have a crystal seed or crystal acorn. I'd be scared to use it though, because I wouldn't want to have to change back and get another one.
Yeah. We know that there are some very dedicated fans of the
Oh my
old
gosh.
Torva outfit. And while we're currently aren't adding it to the game, this week we've added the files to the config. This means that if you have the RuneLite Fashionscape thing, you can change your armor set to look like the old version if that's the one you like.
Wow, that's so funny.
Yeah, this obviously cannot be sold or anything like that. It's strictly fashion, and only you will be able to see it.
It's like my Rainbow Rave plugin.
Yeah, so like if you are like if you change your thrall to look like a pet, it's the same thing. It doesn't actually affect the game. It's just for people that want to look a certain way.
Yeah. But if everyone else has the Fashionscape plugin, they'll be able to see it too. So that's cool. Presumably.
Hopefully.
I think. You know what? Maybe not actually.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know about that.
No, I know that's how it works with the Pet Companion, but maybe not for that. No, it doesn't work like that. I'm a liar. Anyway, fix the farming issue where curing a diseased herb could transform it into a different kind of herb altogether. Just a little
That's
like
cool.
mystery herb.
Yeah. Plant a torstal, get a guarm.
Guam.
Guarm. Funny, Guarm is a mob in Elder Scrolls.
Oh my god.
They
Elder
fixed
holes.
they fixed an issue where the judge in King's Ransom appeared to have a beard but no head, as they do.
That's like whenever you just show your chin on stream only. Added the last contract option when using NPC Contact, which will allow players to ask Amy about Mahogany Home contracts. I stopped using NPC Contract because that annoyed me.
Contact.
Contact.
But yeah, that's really good. I know some people were asking about that.
Yep.
They also enabled spectators scrying into the Theater of Blood to be visible in the 3 waves previously exempted from this, meaning fighters will be able to see their audience. Public chat will be available between the fighters and spectators in the following fights: Nilokas, Zarpus, and Verzik.
I don't want to be a Versa getting messed up and someone's like, haha, what are you doing?
Yeah, I don't think I like this, actually.
It's a little toxic. And finally, the latest Deadman mode rug item has been tweaked to make the skulls much clearer.
Yeah, they kind of didn't exist
There's
before.
blurs.
Yeah.
Nice.
But that's it.
Yeah.
There's
mean-
nothing else.
There's the Q&A.
Well, obviously. That's it for the actual
That's
notes.
how little I
this
had to
week.
say on the notes where I'm like, we have a Q&A, by the way.
We have a Q&A. Dang, we're getting close to 50,000 plays. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Thanks, guys, for listening. That's just on Spotify. Anyway, Q&A time? Or did you have notes
No, we
on
have-
the notes?
no, we have a
Honestly, I have
Q&A.
nothing to say on
Yeah,
them. It
there's-
was whatever.
Nothing really interesting.
When are we going to get the dogs from the game jam like 3 years ago?
Yeah, never
way.
probably.
Probably. First question is from Harger on Discord. Do you think OSRS will eventually die because Jagex doesn't continue to provide exciting enough game updates, or because Jagex makes a particular update or series of updates that will drive players away? I'd like to say, first of all, I love that you are stating it will die. We're just asking how it's going to happen.
Yeah.
No question about it to you. I think it's going to be updates that drive players away, if I had to guess.
The thing is, I don't think it'll die of natural causes. I don't know. The thing is, like, if we look at, like, viewable history with games, this doesn't happen.
Okay.
Once games become popular enough, they don't just die,
New World?
even over time. The thing is, that game wasn't super popular. It was super popular for having just come out.
Oh, but not long term.
But even then, the peak players logged in was 1 million, which that's a lot. But I mean, that's like overall, it's not a ton of like a player base. Like there's
Yeah.
way more than a million RuneScape players, is what I'm saying. There's way more than a million like World of Warcraft players, and these games have been going for decades. And so it's like not just the quantity of players, but that it's built up over time. That game like started at a million and only ever went down. It's down to 5,000 a day now.
Whoa.
So obviously, they never ever went up to a
I'm,
million.
I'm glad you were
It
making
started there.
videos whenever it was at peak popularity.
Yeah.
We got like
So
$1,000 from that game.
yeah. So because of that, like any game that you see that rises
Hmm.
doesn't really fall. It's kind of like companies, like successful companies that have been successful for like decades and decades and decades, assuming they don't just like continually shoot themselves in the foot, like straight up do that over and over again. Chances are they're not gonna fully die.
There'll always be people playing. There'll always be
There,
me
yeah,
trying to
there's
get
always gonna be
Scurious.
someone playing, and I mean, you've even seen RuneScape. The player count has gone up
Yeah.
over time. So it's like, I don't think it'll just die.
Well, if it was gonna die, which one of these reasons do we think?
I think it would have to be one big change,
Yeah.
honestly, like EOC.
Yeah.
Obviously, that happened a long time ago, and the game wasn't that old at that point. But like, it would have to be something crazy, because like we've
Yeah.
we've seen like ebb and flow cycles for games like Elder Scrolls or like World of Warcraft, where it's like sometimes they'll have several 100,000 players playing, and sometimes, for years at a time they'll have much less.
Hmm.
But then they'll make like one banger expansion, and everyone's like, "Yo, you gotta play this expansion. This expansion is sick." And then
So they would
people,
have to do the opposite and have the worst expansion in the world.
yeah, the thing that's what I'm saying. Like some of their expansions are terrible,
Yeah.
and people still play the next one.
Yeah, I don't think that RuneScape would die off because of people not playing. I think it'd be something like, for whatever reason, Jagex decides to close the game.
Yeah, it would have to be straight up studio closing or them
Hmm.
selling to a different studio,
Yeah, I could see that.
or like a massive change that's not coming from the studio, but like one of the venture capitalists that owns it is like, we want this game to look like Fortnite,
Oh God.
do it. And then everyone's like, oh, we played RuneScape because it looked dumb, and so
It
we're
can't
all
look cool.
not logging on anymore.
Yeah, I don't think it would be like a because Jagex isn't doing exciting enough updates. Because people, there's still always like that
Yeah.
niche group of people who like want there to not be updates and like want the game to stay as is.
Yeah.
So it definitely wouldn't be that. It would have to be like some crazy stuff happening.
Yeah, and the reason I'm about to reference WoW for a thrice time
Five
in
hundredth time.
the past like 5 sentences is because if we take a look at them, like obviously they're a popular game, they have had it where there's infamous patches where it's like the final patch until the next expansion.
Hmm.
There was one for World of Warcraft that lasted 2 years. There was literally no additional content or changes to the game for 2 years,
That's crazy.
and people still played it,
Yeah.
and still even more so played the next expansion. So it's
If
like,
anything, it builds hype.
yeah, the thing is like, even if you don't make content, you would still have players like Wraith, our mod, would still play the game 2 years from now if nothing changed.
He'd
That might
prefer
even be
that.
preferred, and he's not alone in thinking that. So
I asked Robert what Ray's vibe is earlier, and he just said a hot piece of ass. He
yeah,
just objectifies our mods.
yep, there you go. But yeah, they'd have to seriously just like self implode for the game to die.
Yeah, think that they'd have a very hard time doing that. Next question. Last question this week. Sorry, we are not reading your questions, Wraith. I've been neglecting them. Matt from Discord said, do you think the following things should exist in cooking? First, being smoothies and milkshakes, a condensed form of nutrition that takes many fruits or milk ingredients to make but heals more. Barbecues in a patio on the POH. More sauces or oils. It can add special nutrition to normal foods, like adding chili sauce or honey might add an agility boost. Olive oil might boost skills that require brain power. I like the smoothies a lot. I feel like that's something that we'd
Okay.
have, honestly. I don't
Yeah.
know. It just reminds me of like the potatoes. Not like something huge, but it does seem like something that we'd have.
Yeah,
It's like squirk juice.
true. Big squirkers.
Big e-girl squirkers.
This is interesting because I don't. Well, I'm gonna start off by saying I don't think the game needs this.
I don't think it needs it, but I can see that one at least.
That being said, I do think there is room for this.
Mm-hmm.
And
There's room to have not just fish.
by that I mean, I think it would be a really cool offshoot of the new food they've done.
Oh yeah, like the weird little boosts that they have.
Yeah, so it has like weird boosts or like interesting effects. So for instance, the one of the best foods in the game that like a lot of people don't use or just don't know about is sunlight antler food.
Hmm.
It
It heals you
cures
over time, right?
it heals you a straight up amount of like 16. Overall, it heals you for more than a shark because
Yeah, it heals you over a few
yeah,
seconds.
it gives you additional healing, and on top of that, it actually has the same effect as a super anti poison.
Does it do both? I thought one did that and
It
one.
does both.
Nice.
Yeah, it is a really really good food.
Yeah, they are doing more interesting things with food lately.
Yeah, it's hard to it's not hard to get. It's a little bit annoying to make and it requires a high level to make.
Yeah.
But it is an incredibly good food, and I even considered like because for Iron Man it is very annoying getting anti poison, like anti venom rather.
Oh yeah.
But if you eat, for anyone that doesn't know, if you eat 2 doses of an anti poison, it removes venom. So it's a viable way
I
of
don't know if
doing
I knew
it.
that.
You can do cure self, which is what most people do, but
What if you want to be an
just
archaic Spellbook Thralls?
I considered just like eating one of these foods to knock the venom down to a poison and then just tanking the rest until I wanted to eat again.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, honestly. I like Zora.
Yeah, so like the food is really good and it has uses. So I think if you brought this, but the thing is it's really high level
Yes.
and requires hunting. So it's I think if you brought this full circle and maybe had a lower level version of it, like maybe, between like 40 and 60 uh as far as skills and combined it with herb lore.
Oh, so you like season it?
Yeah, so it's like maybe you
Oh.
put like a Harlander plus whatever berries you picked to make, this smoothie, and maybe the smoothie gives you like an invisible boost or
Yeah.
whatever is good for being a mid-game character. That would be cool.
I like that. I just think it makes sense because I was comparing it to what was I comparing it to earlier?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Anyway, moving on. The barbecues in a patio on the POH. I think that should just be a thing that you could add to your outdoor garden, or you could make a little outdoor kitchen for aesthetic reasons.
I think it would be
It'd be
really
cute.
cool to add that, but the thing is I feel like it would have to have like the smoke come out of it and stuff.
Yeah, I think that would look so cool.
And if they could somehow make it so that it actually creates like 1 HP food or something that like you can like everyone can like partake in.
Like it's a cute POH thing.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be kind of funny.
Because like if you could be there and your character's like, "Oh, this is good," and you're eating,
Mm-hmm.
the even if it was like maybe it doesn't even need to heal, it just needs to have like an interaction.
Maybe it does like a weird little animation.
Yeah,
I
like
just like thinking of it as a normal kitchen, but it's outside, so it looks more decorative.
yeah. It'd be funny if like there was a chance where like you eat it and then it does give you health, but then you're like, I don't know if you cooked this right, and your health goes back down.
That'd be funny.
Like,
Like a little bug.
yeah, just like funny stuff like that. Like,
That's cute.
I think it'd be cool.
I'd
I
like
think it's
that.
a good idea.
The sauces and oils, I don't like the idea of being able to put them on anything. I kind of like the more what you were saying earlier about having like the special foods, like the moonlight and sunlight antelopes. Not that you can add stuff to everything, but that this certain food adds like a little benefit.
Yeah, I think for things like that, maybe it's like, oh, you can make it in your house and then add it to food, but it only gives you like minor things like boosts.
Yeah.
Because like for instance, what it reminds me of is like tea. A lot of people don't know that you can make tea in your house that gives you a construction boost,
I've done it to boost my construction.
and it's extremely niche, but people use it.
Yeah.
So it's like if
I
you could do
remember the
that,
tea leaves at forestry that we didn't get.
yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
So it's like maybe it's like, oh, this gives me +2 crafting, which I don't really need all the time, but I want to make an onyx right now, so I'll do it.
I like Harger had a response to this as well, saying the barbecue on the patio sounds like it would have been fun in the early days of construction with house parties and stuff, but now no one will use it unless it introduces new types of food. It would be cool if you could combine meats and fish to make special kebabs, for example.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That is kind of cool, yeah.
Yeah.
Just a more incentive to use your house.
Yeah, even if it's like not, you could just like slot it in between food.
Yeah.
Like maybe it doesn't give you you know, the whatever, the 22 that a Karam one gives you. But maybe if you combine it with a few things, it gives you like 19.
I feel like it could be a cool lower level thing too.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if you put like beef and shrimp together,
Yeah.
surf and turf once, but it heals like 4.
Yeah, or
something baby like
or
that.
or maybe more, something like that.
Yeah.
Or maybe it has multiple like bites.
Oh yeah.
Or something.
That could be cool too.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Anyway, nice questions. Thank you.
Yeah, I like those questions a lot. It's
Oh.
I was just gonna say it's. I like all the questions, but like straightforward questions are like that are nice. In comparison to like, there's a pit and you throw money into it. What do you feel about this?
I loved
and
the
it
pit.
spawns dragons.
I love. I don't even remember who asked that, but I loved the pit, and I loved that no context. You're like, in Varrock, someone gets killed by a dragon. You're like,
Yeah.
where did that dragon come from? Like, no one knows.
You weren't like, the money in the pit equals dragon. You're like, there's a dragon.
Also, side note.
Yeah.
I loved that. That was so funny.
Yeah, it's nice not having to think about dragon spawning, but I still like them though. So feel free to
Ask us
hit us
whatever
up.
weird questions you got.
Yeah, hit us up with whatever questions you might have, whether it's pit related or barbecue related. Both are
Barbecue pits.
Yeah, both are pit related, kind of. So let us know your questions on any of our social media.
So our Twitter and TikTok are Bunebapeosrs. Our Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, and now Blue Sky are all Bunebape. I'm basically posting all the same stuff on Twitter and Blue Sky, so either one, whichever you prefer.
Yeah.
I stream 4 days a week at twitch.tv/Bunebape. Next week, I'm starting another bingo. I'm going to be in Squishy Lives Bingo, so stop by for that.
I feel like eventually it'll be like, all right, guys, check out our Blue Sky, check out our Mastodon, check out our whatever the next thing that comes out.
I think the thought is Blue Sky will replace Twitter, but that's going to take a long time to get everyone over.
Yeah.
We'll see. Twitter, I don't know if you heard, Twitter made a weird thing now where if you block someone, they could still see all your stuff. They just can't reply.
That's cool.
Everyone thinks it's because someone blocked Elon Musk, and he was like, I still want to see their tweets.
Yeah, probably just
just being a baby.
Probably just leave that platform.
I'm working on it.
But yeah, so thanks again for listening. Hopefully you all enjoyed it, and we'll see you all.
Very soon. Bye.
Bye.